Well, that was some good stuff. I'm still a little bit out of breath. Game 3 was like a knockout in round 2, so to speak. Biosparks, I'm sure you were watching. What did Korean Army do wrong there?
I think the biggest fundamental flaw in that game was the fact that he didn't keep a constant income of fuel. And everyone who plays PE can tell you the thing they hate most about facing off against Brits is the Stuart, basically, because the canister round can destroy all the Panzer Grenadiers if they're even remotely close together, and that the tread breakers also, you can tread break a Stuart, but you can't finish it off with ATHTs. You need to like solid AT to finish up because it doesn't penetrate as much. So because of the fact that he had a fuel deficit, Siberian was able to pump out as many ACs as he wanted, and even though he lost them, they gave him more CPs to call in the Hetzer, which managed to seal the deal. So that means armor would have posed no threat to him once the Hetzers were out. So in a sense, losing the ACs was bad, but then it got his Hetzer out faster, which in turn turned it into good. So I guess Siberian's just good at turning a bad situation into his favor somehow. But
let me ask you though, do you think it was possible for Korean Army to get the Stuart out under the pressure that he was under? I mean, when the field support truck first came out, it was taking AC fire. I mean, he barely got the sappers upgraded. They were a bit late. And then, like, I don't know when he snuck the captain out, but do you think he ever even really had an opportunity to build the Stuart? I mean, he almost lost his field support truck over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because of the fact that he had the fuel deficit at the start of the game. It came out later, which meant there were, I think, wasn't it 2 ACs at the time, and usually...
Oh, you're talking about the decap. The Ketten decap, how huge that was.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, I got you now. Fuel deficit. Right. So it all began with that Ketten decap. So it was basically just too greedy for that recon squad to go try to cap that high ammo in the corner, and they didn't get back in time to defend that essential fuel, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a steady income of fuel, as Brits, you pretty much have the whole game set, which is why it's so good on Senwa. But on Angerville, people usually go for the munitions, which obviously means, if you lose your fuel at any point in time, you have to make sure you keep it. Like, even if you have to keep a squad there just sitting on that point so nothing takes it, because it's only 35 fuel to get the field support truck out. So after your... because he also went Bren and LT, so obviously you need the LT to tech, and the Bren is another 10 of fuel. So, all those things add up. He just kept on dumping more fuel into delaying his tech, which meant the ACs just had that much more time of, they had a huge window of opportunity to just do as much damage as possible. And, once you lose your Piat squads as well, that pretty much seals the deal. So, if your Piats and no armor response, you're done.
What do you think about the truck placement? I mean, because normally Brits are closer to the fuel. Do you think it would have helped if his truck was, a little bit placed more normally, what we commonly see to defend the fuel? Or do you think that hurt him as well, that it was so far away?
Yeah, I mean, everything in that game just added up. I mean, the fact that he had to go towards... I mean, it was more closer to the strap point than anything else, so it was like he had to reinforce over there, he had to then walk back to the fuel point. It's just... all those little things just goes to show, it adds up into the result of the game, so you can't overlook even the smallest detail.
Who cares about that strap point when you're Brits, right? That is absolutely inconsequential. You're connected anyway, so you do not need that. You can't be cut off. There's really no reason to be over there. I thought it was a defensive posture, but it wound up just being not so great. I don't know what he was thinking there. But let's put Game 3 behind us, because we have more great COH coming up. And I've been so excited, we got this we're broadcasting at higher resolution. I'm just forgetting stuff left and right. I forgot to throw the video at you again. So NTD, please show us some, when I see Drago, I can't remember that actor's real name. What's his name? The big, huge, freaking blonde guy? I'm sure you can tell me in the chat, but when Drago's throwing punches, I'm like looking at Siberian Platoon. Dolph Lundgren, thanks very much, NTD. But yeah, so let me see Drago, and let me see Rocky like just fake that first hit. Drago like throws this huge right, and Rocky's just like slinging his face back and forth. All right, take me to the video.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It was Mr. T that pulled the punch. That first one that slides like whoosh. It's like how much air was between the fist and the face on that one. I think if Mr. T really delivered a punch on Sly, he'd probably be in the hospital with a broken nose. All right, thanks again, everybody that contributed to that, Leatham and Linsky. Okay, here we go. Game 4 on Angerville. Bio, are you ready?
Ready to get this rolling.
I know NTD was born ready. He got out of bed hella early this morning on the West Coast to get up and set everything up. So hopefully we are lag-free and high-def. Coming at you with Sunday Night Fights, episode number 5, Siberian Platoon and Korean Army. Here we go, game number 4. A lot riding on this one, folks. We're paused at 5 seconds. We're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm following Siberian Platoon, and he has gone Brits, and Korean Army has decided to counter with Wehrmacht.
Looks like Korean Army's going for a tier 1 strategy, which we saw last title fight. Didn't go too well for Seb either, so yeah, it seems like Siberian's going to be having an easy job if he knows how to counter tier 1.
It's interesting that Korean Army only partially built his Wehrmacht's quarters and then sent his Pios off. He's got 3 of them ingesamt, sagt man auf Deutsch, in total. So it's a 3 Pios start with a sort of staggered build, and I guess I wouldn't be surprised if that was perfectly timed so that when the Wehrmacht quarters finished, he could start the next unit. Is that right? I know that Korean Army probably has very tight builds. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's just so we could start the bike straight away.
Okay, so there you see it, folks, how to tighten your builds up with partial builds, etc. You can practice your timings against the AI. Bike first, rolling down the road, says, "Hello, Lieutenant. I'm a hunting lieutenant. It's lieutenant season." Lieutenant's like, "I don't see any lieutenants around here. You see a lieutenant? I don't know of any lieutenants. I'm not a lieutenant." Lieutenant has to retreat to his call-in point, and that could mean his downfall. Bike taking fire from the base emplacement and has to stray away. The lieutenant survives by the skin of his teeth. And did you see him? When he was running back to retreat, he was looking to the sky, thanking the heavens.
Got a second bike out as well, so a double bike opening is pretty interesting.
All right, you keep calling out to me what you've got. It's just 3 Pios and 2 bikes, right?
Yeah, and a machine gun on the way. So it looks like a support sort of support unit strategy that the Koreans going for.
Trying to repair the bike and fight at the same time. Knows that's not such a great idea because those Pios will die really quick when they're repairing and getting shot at, so he just retreats from that.
The enemy advances.
Pretty quick VP cap from Siberian Platoon, I just think.
Taking hits.
The bikes are triangulating that recon squad. They've got green cover by the truck, but cover in COH is directional, and now they've decided to chase the bike in the middle gap, and now the Bren carrier's out, and that's how you counter bikes, ladies and gentlemen, in XCOM in particular. You build a Bren carrier. The Ben carrier is upgrading and chasing that BMW through the fields of Angeville. The other BMW is coming to the rear to harass the Ben carrier. Let's see if he can circle, strafe him a bit. Let's do some little kiting. Those BMWs are quick. They can't turn around so fast or go backwards, but they can run circles around the Bren carrier, and it looks like they're just going to run away from the Bren carrier as these piles lay in some damage. Now the Brit wants to get the cutoff. Here he comes. He's going for it. He's garrisoning the strong house. The other Tommies are backing him up. There's an MG there now. So let's see. It might be tough for them to get out and actually decap. The Bren carrier is still chasing those bikes, and he might walk right into the face of this MG, and that could really hurt him. Let's see if he can get by the MG. Oh, goodness, he's taking small fire from the piles. He's taking base emplacement fire. He's taking MG fire, bike fire, and that was a mistake. The Bren carrier is down. He got a little too greedy chasing after those bikes. Didn't manage to kill either of them. They're both going to get repaired, simple enough. But he does get the decap of a strap point, so it's not a total loss. In fact, the Brit map control is looking fantastic.
Yeah, it's really annoying to have the British infantry on your cutoffs all the time. And if you let them entrench in, then you're definitely in for some trouble.
I think a lot of Brit players don't realize that the Bren carrier gives you map control. They think, oh, the Bren carrier, it's a vehicle, it's going to hurt my camping power, I'm not going to be able to get as much map, blah, blah. But that's completely not the case. The Bren carrier causes such a nuisance that all of the units that would be capping for Wehrmacht wind up having to come together to try to fight the damn thing. So while they're all chasing you around and you're making a nuisance of yourself, your infantry is capping without any contest. So the Bren carrier is actually a fantastic way for Brits to get early map control.
Yeah, I mean, they don't call it the Tier 0 tank for nothing. I mean, even if it gets damaged, you can back off, self-repair, and since you're parked in a munitions point, just like, oh, munitions? Yeah, got loads of them.
So we have now from Siberian actually a third Tommy squad before trying to bring the next truck in. So this is like a strat where he's got some map control, and now he's just going to try to stay low tier and keep it. And I like that. That's kind of like similar to going bars for Americans. If you've got a lot of map, one way to keep the pressure on and sort of not let up at all is to just keep building more infantry and keep harassing points and staying in tier 1. And so look at him capping the right side. Now finally the field support trucks coming in.
Forward supply lines are
and these bikes have done such a good...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say these bikes have done such a good job of keeping the LT under control. Whenever it pokes its face, look how much health it's back on again. Like it's forcing him to spend munitions on healing his lieutenant, because the only variance he can get for his army is from the LT, and if he loses it, that's it. It's all gone.
I'm wondering if Korean Army will have enough capping units to get some of the map back. He's also staying in tier 1 for a long time. He's gone MG and then a Volk squad after that. They're now fighting with the recon squad. It's 4-on-3 right now. And look at the range on this medic. Good grief. Check out where the casualty clearing center is, and check out where this medic is going to pick up a dead Tommy. It's like all the way across the map. Here come more Tommies, and the Volks won't be able to handle that. In fact, they won't even have time to kill that medic. I don't think. Let's see. They're going to try it. Look at the other medic. He's going for the long-distance run, too. It's Chariots of Fire. Oh, they do. They got the medic. And then they retreated. So that's a lot of... Oh, wait! The medic's going to pick up the medic! The medic is taking... Is that the medic? I think it is. I think the medic is taking the medic back to the box. Meanwhile, a Pio squad goes down trying to repair these bikes, fighting this Brend-up Tommy squad in that house. And yeah, Siberian's just, he's just sticking around. He's delaying. Here comes some flames. They're gonna have to get out quick. Let's see the reaction time. Reaction time will be a factor, so please try to answer clearly in these tests. Oh, they're not out yet. Here come the flames. Tommies are dying. They're burning in the house. 2 guys die. They get out. Another one dies to small arms fire from the assistant dude in the Pile squad, and they have to The bikes have been called to a new duty, and that's to stop these commies from continuing to cap. But the commies get the cap done, retreat through the entire Volk squad, no problem. We are supermen when we retreat.
Team is fueled up.
And it looks still pretty close, actually. You know, like, Korean's got this fuel and this ammo on the right-hand side connected, all right. He's got his 2 bikes that he hasn't lost. He did deal with the Bren carry. He's got a pack out now and a little bit of infantry so he can reman stuff if anything happens to go down. The captain's out. Let's see. Nothing building yet from field support truck. I'm curious what Siberian's going to do next. What's your prediction, Mr. Biosparks?
If he's not getting anything, I'd say maybe a Cromwell rush, but we'll have to see. I mean, KoreanArmy has a pack out already. He's also got a Grenadier squad out, so if that becomes shreked up as well, his AT is going to be pretty decent. But yeah, we'll just have to see what sort of late game tech he wants.
That's a damn good guess, because he is indeed calling in the command truck. Noobish Army just forgot to click on the H2. Here it comes. It should be entering the play field shortly. Uh-oh, look at the mines between those 2 garrison houses. The captain's going to walk right into those mines. Oh, that hurt. 1 Tommy died. Instant retreat for both of those squads. Lucky for them, they're just going to have to spend some ammo to heal back up. Armor Command's on the field. I love that these 2 bikes are still alive, rolling around. That's fun to watch. Do you think perhaps we're going to see staghounds? That's what they're screaming about in the chat already. You know, he did it against Seb in that Game 5 of the first title fight. So will he close out the second title fight with staghounds? Oh, good grief, that's going to cause a riot in the forum. So what are the signs? What do I need to look for?
Well, you just have to see if it's either building a Cromwell or a stag.
He's just straight up. He might just build one right here. Oh, he's got. It's a Cromwell. No, it's a command truck. What in the? All right. It might still be stags, but he's going command truck first.
No, it can't be stags because of it replaces the command tank.
Okay, I'm totally high. It's a Cromwell. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm reading Armor Command, and I'm thinking it's like a command tank, but I'm out of my mind. It's a Cromwell. You were right. And he is going to regain some respect from the forums by not going stags. Although could he add stags to it now? He could still.
Yeah, you can go Croms and stags.
Croms and stags. So what can you not go when you select stag?
You just can't go armored command tank.
You can't get a command tank. How does that work? How is a command tank similar? You know, how does the stag replace the command tank? That makes no sense.
It's because it makes Fireflies so much better. I mean, at max range, it halves their Fireflies reload time and stuff, so it's pretty good to have.
Well,
so
I know, but how is the stag a replacement for that? I mean, like one's a fighting unit, and the other one's like a vet kind of support unit. They're just so dissimilar. Alright, well this is developing into a wonderful game. Let me do our first time sync of episode 5 here as the Cromwell starts to work on these shreked up Grens. I'm at 12 minutes and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 seconds. This is COH at its best. Large armies, combined units, tanks on the field, packs there are mines there, bikes are there. Those 2 Grens are sticking around. Flamers against tank is a funny fight. There goes a Shrek flying over that Cromwell's head. Here comes the Brit infantry to deal with those Shreked up Grens, and he does not want to lose them. Oh no, he lost a Pio in that building already. He's trying to garrison the Flamer Pios, but he's so under strength that Brit infantry is just going to destroy those guys, and it's just very dangerous for KoreanArmy to even be in that house. He's going to need to get out of there. Look at the Flames, haven't got a good window to fire from. The Grens get out. Will the Flames ever even fire? No, they die without doing any damage. The sappers eat up the mine. That's actually not so bad. At least the tank didn't eat it up. And now the pack is totally hung out to dry. to see if the MG can replace himself. Some grenadiers hit a British mine. They're double vet already. Wow, this pack is under serious fire. Everything's coming at it. This captain is running right into the MG. The captain dies. Horrible micro by Siberian on that one, or just horrible like paying attention. But he's dealing with this pack and his two Cromwells. What a fight! I gotta take a breath. Bio, take it.
One Cromwell goes down to the pack just before it dies. We have Grenadier has to retreat, run over two British mines, so they out of the fight. And this machine gun is going to get decrewed if he doesn't retreat ASAP. Well, if the gunner dies, it's going to be all over. One guy left, and MG down. We have one machine gun left fighting from behind this garage, but oh my gosh, I think Siberian's going to steal the pack for his own.
That could be huge. There, he's done it. He's taken the weapon. Now let's see if he can escape with it. That Cromwell's there to guard its retreat, and I think he's going to take it. He's got it. He's got that pack, and he's running away. Here comes some Gren.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Cromwell's
machine
at
gun
full
down.
health, though.
The
I
enemy
mean,
is seizing
should
our territory.
Korean Army be happy that he killed one Cromwell at all? I mean, I don't know. I think he got kind of rocked there. Losing the pack is huge. Oh, horrible luck there! The main gun sets off Korean Army's own mine, and it does about 60% damage to his very important double vet Shrek'd up Grens, and they have to retreat. Horrible break. Never walk on your own mines. It's just something you can't do, because we've seen that happen a million times.
I think the worst case scenario we've seen so far was Devem flamethrowing the mines where Seb's snipers were in the holiday tournament.
We're losing a sector.
Yeah, that was intense. The Cromwell's got eyes on the pack. There's no Shreks there. He can go and bust through that gateway and try to flank it. But the Shreks are coming back from the base, so that Cromwell has to hit overdrive and try to get out of there. He hits a mine and he's immobilized! Korean crawling back into this. Let's see if he can get the kill. The Brit infantry is there to try to defend that position, but I think that Cromwell is a goner. Now we have two Shreks upgraded, and bada bing, rear armor penetration, 18 XP.
Our supply lines are broken. We have
Cromwell's
damage on our
down. Whoa! Glider comes storming in, crashes through the hedgerow, flanks the MG. These commandos pop out. They're behind the MG. Zoom! Down goes its health. They're all dead. Weapon cleared. They're chilling. Grenade in from the Grenadiers. Doesn't do jack diddly squat. He basically naded the plane. He didn't hurt the infantry at all. Now he's Shrek'd the plane. It's like, come on, guys, fight the infantry. There goes a commando nade. That kills two Grenadiers. Oh, man, Korean can't get a break here. He did manage to somehow save his MG, which he will recrew with very expensive Grenadiers. Instead of waiting for the Volks to come up and take it. I'm a bit surprised at that. Okie dokie, here we go. Koreans trying to stay in this. What do you think of the commandos choice from Siberian? We haven't seen them used yet.
Well, they're devastating infantry, so if they catch any packs off guard, it's just like instantly dead, you know? So I think if he uses them for taking out weapon crews such as machine guns and packs, and lets his Cromwells and other Tommy infantry, which are like a lot harder to kill, against the Vet 2 Grens, it'll be quite an easy win for Siberian.
I mean, Korean is hanging in this, though. Siberian's lost two Cromwells. Who's winning right now? And by how much?
It's hard to say with Brit versus Wehrmacht. I mean, it's always tense, and at the end you only know who's won until it's over. So, as long as the Brits have all their units and their production facilities, or their trucks, I should say, it can go anyone's way.
Oh no, another lieutenant lost. Or maybe that was the first lieutenant lost. Cromwell's, the commandos eat up a mine, still get the bike kill. The pilots were salvaging. The big fight's in the center, though, and it looks like this MG and all this infantry at double vet are going to hold.
In the perimeter. Our base is under
How did the
attack.
lieutenant die? I didn't even see it, did you?
was focused by the machine gun because the LT was not behind all of its units like it's supposed to be. Wilson.
Get up on that, man! Get up on that! I want to hear you tell him like it is. I really liked when Slippy was casting the WMD tournament, how he jumped up all over Seb, who's like the Grand Master of COH here, and Slippy's like, you did this wrong, you did this bad, that was a bad attack. I was laughing pretty hard, but yeah, so feel free to jump up on these like master players. Check them out, both laying mines. Well, actually, the pilots canceled theirs. And now we see the third Cromwell coming on to field. This is a rough and tumble game right here. I think it's too close to call, much too close right now. Look at these 3 brand up Tommy squads. I wonder if he built the 4th Tommy squad or if he got a free one.
Yeah, he must have got a free one.
I don't know, because there's 2 bodies in the triage, so I'm not sure. I think he might have built it. I don't know. Okay, another
these commandos
getting clear. Oh, they're so horrible with their smoke and their nades. I wonder if Siberian might want to capture this one. Look at the sappers laying mines. Siberian loves laying mines. They do indeed capture the MG, and now they're going for the cutoff. And suddenly, it's looking very, very iffy for Korean Army.
Well, Siberia's doing what his commandos are supposed to be doing, which is, you know, flanking the weapon crews and just taking them. So yeah, it's the best thing that they're good at, especially in the once we've had 2 grenadiers hit the field. Like, commanders aren't that great; they can just be focused down quite easily. But if you use them for specific roles, such as decrewing heavy weapons, they're just so devastating because the machine guns and the packs make up the whole Wehrmacht army, and that's what's keeping Korean in the game at the moment.
The sappers just said, "Now that's the dog's bollocks, mate," as they finished laying mines all around that house. I never really understood why, like, dog testes are something really great. Can you maybe explain that metaphor?
Well, in British slang, if you're the dog's bollocks, it means like you're the best around. So
yeah, I know,
it's
but
just
why?
basically I have no clue.
Okay. Someone's gonna have to look into that one. All right, let's see if Korean can push out because he's basically capped back to his base. He could really do with some minesweepers at the moment. Oh no, is that Commando Artie or is it fake smoke? Looks like it's fake. Nothing's fault. Just a psych out move. I mean, Siberian platoon's got so much infantry, and they're just not dying. I mean, I think he should rebuild his lieutenant, though, because all that infantry with vet and fire up would just be lights out. I mean, as it is, maybe he can manage against them, maybe even not. He's just got so much. Oh, it looks like Siberian's trying to close the door on SNF Episode 5 here. Look at this, holding the cutoff. Korean forced back. His back is up against the wall. He has to get out of this, or it's the end of his all too brief SNF run. Let's see, those grenadiers are flanking around. They've garrisoned the house, and he's got another Cromwell to deal with. He's got to do anti-inf. He's got to do anti-tank. He's got to somehow get his pack into a position where it can shoot, and it really doesn't have any good places to go. Now there's a command tank true, or is that just another Cromwell? Sorry, that's just another Cromwell. Here, that's probably real Artie. Let's see. No, that was fake as well. But these 2 Cromwells and all those Tommies can, I think, handle these 2 double vet squads. The pack finally found an angle where he can start to fire, but he's immediately got a commando nade on his head, which he survived quite nicely, but didn't even lose a guy. Down to 1 man in the house on the right. Oh, don't lose any squads, Korean Army. Don't lose any squads. He's taking a risk, leaving him in that house, but he does chase off the Tommies. Come on, Korean Army, you can do it. Stug's on the field. Stay in the game, baby. Force it to the ace game. Come on, man. Uh-oh, where's that incoming? Somebody yelled incoming. Where? I don't see it. They're psyching out. I don't know what they're talking about. They yelled incoming.
Yeah,
No incoming. Oh, here's some incoming.
Here it is.
Is it real? Is it fake?
Well, it's both sets.
You saw both? I know it's both because I'm following, but here we go. Ooh, nicely microed away from by Korean Army. Kudos to him for completely avoiding that artillery strike. Although it does sort of force the pack back and stops the pack from doing what it wants to do, and that's shoot at this over-repaired Cromwell. Let's see. Oh, let's see. That's gonna be fake smoke. Now he's got 2 Stugs. I'm loving Korean's Army's just will to persist. Come on, KA! Stay in the game, baby! You can do it!
Looks like the Cromwell command tech has finally arrived. See all its massive radios on the top.
Yes, thank you, Bio, for trolling me. Yes, I do see all of the antennae. I can identify command tank. It's also got the funny little flaps. It looks like a character from Cars 2. You know, it's got the little eyes there on the front. He's trying to clear that hedgerow, but it's taking him forever. The pack and the Stugs are just like fail at clearing hedgerow.
We have 200 points.
Somehow... Oh, wait. Who's winning on VP now? I'm like Korean Army's down to 180, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he's starting to get to crunch time here with VP. Look at that. Look at the VP rushing by Siberian. Amidst all those units, he still managed to cap the VP with the commandos, and he knows that to win this, he just needs to tick off 174, and man, they're ticking fast. What's the rate? It's when it's 3-0 like that, it's 3 VPs per how many seconds?
It's like 3 every 5 seconds or something, if not even shorter.
They are falling fast, and this captured pack is now onto the field. Like, you got Stugs? Well, remember, I got a pack earlier. And there is a real artillery backing up the Wehrmacht units, and here come the I call them Ware, but they're actually Tommy. Here come the Tommy infantry to come in here, and look at this. Korean Army can't even get his 1 VP back.
It looks like Siberian's just going to stall him out. If he can't finish the game by completely annihilating his forces, he's just going to try and stall it out as much as possible.
So if Siberian Army closes this out, is it safe to say that he is just on top of the world? I mean, is there any player in COH that can beat this guy?
We'll have to see at the up-and-coming contenders, you know? I mean, at the moment, if he wins this, that's, what's that, $250 in the bank?
Yep. Korean Army's decided to attempt a base attack. What he really needs is that VP. Now he's got these 2 double vet single Shrek squads trying to deal with these over-repaired Cromwells, and the Cromwells are just so good at sniping infantry with their main gun that, yep, off they go, and not even too much damage taken by the Cromwells. Siberian has let him have his tiny little patch of Angeville earth, and now he's just going to hold that line, and look at him, the Firefly, the command tank, the pack, the infantry. He's just got stuff everywhere, and this is the Siberian that we're accustomed to seeing. Fantastic unit preservation. It is a little bit easier with Brits. And look at this. I mean, Korean Army hasn't even pushed out far enough to have to deal with all those mines. Those mines are still there. He's just never even been that deep. Those Stugs must just be out of pack range.
In just a bit, we'll have a KT. It's like a 1/10 of a CP left to get it.
92
like
bits,
99%.
Got to white one of them. Uh-oh, lost. Oh, no. Oh, that's going to be fake already. Now, finally, the Firefly is laying in round. Oh, that Firefly hits hard. But Korean Army just knows that if this attack doesn't work, he's going to get biffed out. And so even in the midst of a pack fire, and flanking Brit infantry, now reinforcements coming from the left-hand side, he's just pushing forward, and he knows that's what he's got to do. Let's see how he fares. There's 3 guys left in that Gren squad. The new Gren squad's coming up. Siberian Army did lose the pack. They get cleared. There's a little bit less anti-tank, but off-map's coming in, and stuff is going down. The 3 Stugs are still alive, barely. And here come the Cromwells. They're trying to seal the deal. Let's see if the Firefly backs them up. They could be a wicked knockout punch. The Cromwells are up in the Stugs' faces. The Stugs, that one Stug is trying to get repaired by one lone Pio squad. The Stugs do okay against the Cromwells, but they're back into their base, and if Siberian just caps that VP, I think that will be the knockout.
It seems that King Tiger is way too late into the fight to do much of a difference at this point, with the Firefly just sitting there, just plugging away.
Wow, in the midst of a tactical retreat, the Firefly lays in the kill shot, taking out one of those Stugs. A second Stug is almost dead. Firefly is fully healthy. KT's on the field. VP has now been whited. That's 2.5 VPs to none. And that is a rapid drain, and Korean Army knows that he just has to throw everything forward. Oh no, and now smoke coming in. Can he even get his VP back? There goes the damaged Stug. The KT is trying to start. Oh man, look at the Cromwells kill those Grens that were going to try to harass that other VP. He is harassing the left VP, but there are commandos there to stop this understrength squad that's now down to 1 man, and they're annihilated. And that is probably it. The KT is down to half health. There's that other pack there. It's been remanned actually. The 2 Cromwells. Oh man, Korean, he's going to go down in a blaze of glory. He put up a hell of a fight. When he won game 1, I thought he was going to take it, honestly. I really did. But now it looks like that Siberian's just impeccable play, his perfect strategies, has won the day on Angeville, propelling him to a 3-1 victory in title fight number 2. He keeps his belt. He is the champion of the world, Jan Siberian Platoon Anatsky. That's right. The mustard's off the hot dog. It's in the refrigerator, and the fat lady's singing.
And Korean calls the GG.
Commonwealth. We need a Brits video. Do it to me, NTD. Thank you very much, COH fans. We got up to 520. We didn't quite make the 600 mark from Seb versus Siberian. Boy, the fans love that show. But hey, 520, I'll take it. Thank you. If any of you haven't clicked the little follow button right up there on the Twitch TV page, please do so. Follow me on Twitter. I love to make announcements. I link all of the crazy cool artwork that our guys on the COH Game Replays staff are doing, like Spezzy's fight cards. Like as soon as I get them, I link them on Twitter. So if you want to get the updates hot off the press, please follow me. And yeah, give us some comments. You know, we're always looking to improve things that you think we could do better. Just write them in the Shoutcast thread. We've got a new video system on Game Replays, a VOD, video on demand. We've got a whole new system. So go in there and show these guys some love, these guys that are doing these casts. You know, Seb's got like 20 casts already. Go check them out. They're all in the VOD system. Just throw some comments at him. Just bump his efforts, or any of our other great shoutcasters. And yeah, let's keep the activity rolling. Let's keep growing. Biosparks, please tell us who we've got coming up next week for contender bout number 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we have the Iberian Beast from Portugal, Devem, and he is going to be up against the people's favorite. He's always seems to have around 100 and something viewers on his stream. It's going to be Lollipop.
Alright, you want to sing it with me? Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Oh, lollipop. on that note, we'll see you next week, folks. That's right, Dev M and Lollipop. It's going to be hot and heavy. If there's two guys that haven't been on SNF yet, if either of them have a chance at putting a chink in this monster's armor, man, Siberian, you're just a monster. I love this guy. I've always loved this guy. He's got manners. He's a great player. He preserves units. He shows us combined arms. He plays all factions. We saw an American win, a PE win, and a Brit win today from Siberian. Man, can't give enough props to this guy. 2-time title belt holder. All right, join us next week. Same bat time, same bat place. And NTD's having fun with his rivalry. Very nice painting, NTD. All right, everybody. Thanks very much for coming out. Now you're released. You can go watch Take and SC2 and all that other nonsense. But, all right, we'll see you next week. Have a good night.